Hello, happy Sunday. If you're in Dallas, we're getting some wonderful rain, and that makes me so happy. Hold on, I'm just gonna make sure that we are putting, there are some great places. Good morning, good afternoon, yeah, so I just wanted to come on real quick and talk about some, hello, wow, look at all these love bugs on here. Hi, Billy. I was sharing this to the groups and didn't realize you were popping on fast today. Say hello and where you're from. If you're in Dallas, hi, Mitch. If you're in Dallas, you're catching some rain, and I am so loving the rain. All right, so does anyone have any ideas about what two pesky little monkeys might be weighing you down that I'm talking about? Then we have a powerful prayer. But please comment where you are. If you're in Dallas, are you enjoying the rain? If you're somewhere else, tell us where you are. Because when you participate, you integrate, and even, hi David, you even show your brain and your energy that this is important. Hello, Ariella. Two little pesky monkeys. Hey, Billy. Great. It's been so long. Oh, I love the unicorns. I love your unicorn sparkle, too. I need to get some BioGlitz from you. Yeah, so I had a beautiful session with a client this morning. It was so wonderful. And it reminded me of these two little pesky monkeys that weigh you down. Number one starts with a G. What could be a G monkey that would weigh you down? Let's hear it. And if you're just popping on, hello. Tell us where you're at and what the weather's like. In Dallas, we've got some rain, and I love it. It reminds me to let things wash away, to just let it go. All right, I'm going to tell you, and then I'll give you that powerful prayer because I don't see you all hopping on the bandwagon yet. Guilt, Cecily, that's right. The first one is guilt. Billy, you moved to Southeast Texas. Hannah, guilt. Yes, baby. Guilt is the first one. Scotland, and we have rain too. Oh, Ariella. I love that it's raining there, and I love that you're tuning in from Scotland. That's not the Scottish accent, is it? Black Hills, South Dakota. Self-doubt, very close. Very close. Guilt is the first one. The second one starts with S. Let's hear it. You like that accent, my version of it? One of my best friends is Aussie, so I got a bit of that. I can pull out the Australian accent, kind of. It's a bit dodgy, but the second one, the first monkey that weighs us down, I'm going to tell you why, and then we're going to have a powerful prayer that can change everything for you, and I seriously mean that. So the first one is G, selfish. No, I'm actually a proponent of selfishness in the right way. Hi, Amy, our superstar that manifested Hawaii. Yeah, she's in our group, and she did some of this womb power stuff. She was already on the manifestation tip, but she tuned in, and once you tune in like that, it lights that stuff up. It just really takes whatever your intentions are and amps it up. Okay, the two pesky monkeys. The first one's guilt. What's the second one? It starts with an S. I'm going to wait one more second. SH. What's up, sexy? Whoop, whoop. I love being called sexy. Thank you. Why, thank you, Amy. Whoop, whoop. Amy manifested. Hi, Ashley. All right, the two pesky monkeys, I'm going to tell you, that could be weighing. Shame. Hannah, you nailed it. Guilt and shame. And here's how. First of all, have you ever felt guilty for something or shame about something? Exactly, Mitch. Guilt and shame. When we hold it, guilt is originally designed just Billy Caps, you nailed it. Shame. That's right. Oh, that's right. Guilt and shame. They're originally, guilt is healthy when we're kids or when we're feeling like, you know, we stole someone's chocolate or we did something that we shouldn't do. It's meant to be a very temporary indicator so that you take action and change your actions. But what normally happens is we carry it around and we put it on like a backpack and we load bricks of, you know, heavy stuff, and then we sit with it, and enough guilt and shame, you can spiral so far down that you're just totally rendered helpless, useless, toothless, useless, worthless. Those little toothless babies are so cute. Toothless puppies too. Well, I guess not. Okay, anyway, you can wear it and wear it like such a heavy burden that I've seen people personally in my life. There's someone that I love so much as a family member and has so much guilt over things that happened 30 years ago that I can't even be in his presence without him just his whole posture is, you know, overtaken, and it has taken years from his life because he spends so much time beating himself up, and so then he spends so much time, you know, trying to get forgiveness, and then, you know, whenever you feel guilty and ashamed about yourself or ashamed about something you've done or something that's been done to you, which a lot of women carry shame over things that have happened to their bodies, or shame about the way that their bodies look, or all of us have made mistakes and we're really terrible, you know, could have been labeled super terrible people in a moment. And so when you carry that stuff so deeply, it keeps you from being in the moment. It keeps you from actually making amends with the person that you actually love. If it's guilt and shame over food and what you're eating or not eating, what you're drinking or not drinking, alcohol, porn, which I'm not knocking porn, but if there's an addictive factor and you're trying to, like, you know, be more present with your partner and less present with porn and the fantasies of them, and you're trying to back off from all of this, then guilt and shame only feeds that cycle whenever that is what is nurtured. Yes? Have you experienced that? Let me hear your comments. Have you experienced it? You don't have to tell me what you've experienced it with. If you want to, you're only freeing yourself at new levels. You're joining the realms of humanity. You're empowering other people who are reading the comments, because we all, whatever we feel guilt and shame about, usually we're so embarrassed, so ashamed that it keeps us like, it not only, it keeps you from ever experiencing true love. Yes, with money, you felt shame. Yep, Mitch, you felt it. Thank you, Ariella, for expressing that with money. I felt shame with money before. Amy's felt it with gaining weight, ashamed of herself, guilt about that with gaining weight. Yeah, and here's the thing. Whenever that happens, think about a little child. And I have a 7-year-old, fresh, still little. I have 2 older boys too. But if I was just sitting there shaming her and guilting her about all of her choices, then who she's going to become is, 1, possibly rebellious about all those things. 2, she would begin to believe that that's who she is, that she's someone who's guilty, someone who can't do anything right. And you know the whole adage, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. What we feel and believe about ourselves, that is how we show up. You know it, girl. Thank you for your guidance and prayers. Oh, Hannah, you're so lucky. After losing 110 pounds, just have to be on track. Hi, Shay. Hi, Amy. Thanks for sharing that. Hi, Christopher. Yeah, so Hannah, may I share a little bit? Hi, from the Philippines, darling. Abby. So, yeah, here's the thing. Whenever you are carrying guilt and shame, I'll give you an example. With food, we'll start with food. Then we'll talk about love and relationships and porn addictions. I'll just hit whatever comes up, and any money, anything you want to share. So I know, just like Amy, I've struggled with the food thing before in my younger years, and there have been days where all my best friends and a guy I was dating, I'm thinking back to a teenager, but it happened in my 20s too, where they were all ready to go out and have a great time. Guilt for not being more empathetic in the last relationship. Oh, and it's rainy in the Philippines. Yay! I love that we have global culture happening right here. Yeah, so, you know what I would do is I remember days where I would go to put on my pants and maybe I gained a pound or two and I was feeling really fat and I was comparing myself to all of these beautiful girlfriends around me, and I literally made up excuses and stayed home and missed out on being with some of my best friends, my boyfriend, and then I would just I remember many nights like this of just crying and staying in my house. And then guess what happened? Do you think that I still ended up eating, because then I'd end up being attracted. I'd feel so guilty about how I'm feeling. I'd feel so ashamed of my body. And then from that place, you don't make your highest decisions, right? And you still do it sometimes, Amy. So we got to let that go, because in that place, we don't make our highest decisions. It's in that place I'm suffering even more if I choose that, because then you're not allowing yourself to receive the love in. So the way that you would work with a child in this is like, hey, and it's the same way we need to work with ourselves. Be like, hey, Cecily's saying the same. Me too. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Shane. So the thing is that the way to deal with it, and we're still going to get to that powerful prayer, so hold on, because it has nothing to do, it has something to do with this. But anyway, so the way you would talk to a child, which is like, I believe in you, you've got this, everybody makes mistakes, let's get back on the bandwagon, I love you, you're beautiful, you're powerful, you are worthy, you're more than this body, you're more than this choice that you made. This is how you learn. Whatever you would say to speak to the part of the child that has them rise up. Like, my children have only heard the best about them, and my dad also only told me the best about me, so it had nothing to do with him, my guilt and shame. And we are all still badass rock stars. Yes, we are. From that place of nurturing and love, you're going to get way more out of yourself, right? Same thing in porn addiction, same thing in alcoholism, same thing. And as you first got to come to being a loving stand for yourself, being a loving advocate for yourself. Let the guilt and shame go. A super powerful mental exercise, just knowing that whenever you're carrying guilt and shame, you're not in your highest and greatest. You're not honoring the part of you that is like Spirit created you. Spirit brought you here into reality. You are beautiful. You are worthy. So just as you would speak to a child to help them come up and to give them a positive outlook of themselves, that's the way we got to speak to ourselves. When we notice guilt or shame coming up, just have some compassion. Look at your actions. Okay, yeah, I'm off my diet. All right, I'm going to get back on it. Have your back. Imagine yourself giving it up to Spirit and asking that that be recycled. Now, here's the prayer. Hi, Nicholas. So guilt and shame were the two pesky monkeys that will keep you down. And here's the other thing. There's a payoff to it. Because guilt and shame, when you're sitting with it, like, oh, I feel so guilty, I feel so bad, there's a part of you that's like, well, you know, it's not my intention. So if I feel guilty and ashamed and beat myself up mentally about this, that's the punishment that I deserve for making this bad choice, whether that bad choice is against yourself or someone else. And so there's this feeling of like, that if you beat yourself up, then you're still a good person. But in the beating yourself up, we don't move beyond these cycles. And usually we create worse cycles, and we're not our highest self. So we're out in the world treating other people like shit. Okay, here's the prayer that could change everything. And this, it doesn't matter, you know, everyone, you all were from all over the world, so everyone has their own version of God or Creator or the highest self and the universe. So the prayer that could change everything, and I'm going to close my eyes so that I really feel it and load it with the transmissions of prayer and my own co-creatrix. And I'm just going to say that everybody who's watching this or tuned in or watches the replay will get these transmissions. But I'm just going to pray right now. God, angels, Creator, we thank you so much for the opportunity to be spirits in bodies with a divine high calling. We thank you for the grace, the adventure, and the love of getting to be here. And my prayer is that each and every one of us, that we see ourselves the way that you see us. May we see the beauty, the artistry, the compassion, the power, the limitlessness of who we are. May we see the God force energy that resides in every cell of our body. May we see ourselves with that compassion, with that love, and with that power. Open our minds, open our hearts, and allow us, in spite of ourselves, to claim the truth of who we are and the truth of who we came here to be. And so it is. Bam. See what I mean? It's a powerful, powerful prayer. And seriously, if you pray it and receive it, it can change everything. I'll check out this song by New Earth. I just want to celebrate. Turn it up loud on YouTube. All right. Those of you who stayed on with me, thank you so much for being here. Those of you watching the replay, leave your comments, because we all look back at these comments and it helps everyone rise together. Reach out to me in a private message. I have some amazing things going on. People are manifesting and stepping powerfully into the truth of who they are at new levels within this vortex. And I'd love, love, love to talk about what that could look like. It's super duper affordable, and the call together is complimentary and valuable whether we work together or not. So please watch the replay and say the prayer. All right, and let me know if you implemented this prayer and how it felt in your body. All right, lots of love. Mwah. Bye.